Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode in the series in which we celebrate the fabulous and extraordinary Miss Diana Ross. And today, for a little break from what we've been doing recently, I wanted to show you the time that Diana Ross premiered her signature tulle coat in the Diana television special in 1982, and the importance that that coat has had throughout her career from that time on up until today, where she still performs wearing them in all different colors and wearing the original one in white. Now, I guess the best way to start without wearing it myself is to just show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's see the clip. My God, isn't that just absolutely fabulous? So Diana Ross, as you may know, that Diana TV special was part of a concert filmed in Los Angeles, and then excerpts that were filmed in a studio. It was a magnificent show which had huge ratings and which showcased Diana Ross at the height of her career, because this is where she sang for the very first time, I'm Coming Out on stage, as well as Upside Down. And so, as you know, Diana Ross, whenever she reinvents herself, whenever she begins, a new season, the clothing is a very, very important part of the whole thing. And so Diana Ross appeared in the magnificent white gown with spaghetti straps, and she first had a little jacket that went over it, which had big shoulder pads. You have to remember this is the 80s, and that was absolutely gorgeous. And then she took it off, and for most of the show she wears the gown that has spaghetti straps and just a very simple bodice, a slit on the front and with the train. So Diana Ross wears this gown the whole time, and she is absolutely stunning. You can see her beautiful arms. She's able to move when she dances with Michael Jackson. She's just absolutely gorgeous. And only at the end of the show does she appear with what can only be described as a one-sleeve black sweatshirt, beaded with jet, mind you, but that's what it is. It's really that shape because it's cropped at the waist and it's fitted. And then it had a very long belt, like a scarf belt. And that was to not break the gown, white and black on top and white at the bottom. It was to give it, a kind of, to complement and to make it look like more like an ensemble. Now, the top of that sweatshirt was completely garnished, lined with cock feathers, and they're very, very dramatic and a very, very 1920s. And this is why I took out this gown, which I designed also in always copying or inspired by Diana Ross. Now, it's actually very simple, and it had such an impact And Diana Ross really realized that this was something that on stage really was even more spectacular than the coat in which she arrived, which was all of the foxtails, which was definitely more elaborate and more expensive. And it was more spectacular than many, many pieces that she had worn. But the advantage to this one is that it's very light, and that it moves absolutely beautifully, and it was so important, and there's quite a bit of fabric. I'll tell you all about it. It gave such an impact that she actually wore it again on the following TV special, which was her concert in Central Park. Now, of course, she didn't wear it the first night because the concert was interrupted, but on the second day she wore it, and she also wore it for the finale over that beautiful wrap dress that was completely sequined and that had the feather lining on the sleeves, and she complemented the gown with this coat, which is something Diana Ross would never do, because once she's done a television special, she won't wear that to something as important or more important. She'll wear it on stage, she'll wear it on tour all around the world, but she won't wear it for something that will be shown nationwide, like the television special or the concert for Central Park. So it really shows that this was so important, and also something that she really enjoys wearing. And still today, you see her arriving. I'm coming out in the green one or the red one. She has it in black and purple. This piece is just incredible. Now, one of the stories that circulated is that as soon as she finished the show, the Diana special, and as soon as it was shown, drag queens all over America were copying this coat. And this is something quite interesting. It's because this is a very inexpensive fabric and very, very easy to find, unlike anything that Diana Ross wears, because it's tulle. It's not expensive. Here in Paris, it costs just a few euros a meter. So in yards, it's a different measurement, but the only thing is that you need a lot of it. Now this one is the original one is 50 meters of fabric in order to have all of the ruffles that you see, and this one actually has only 40, less than 40, a little bit less than 40, because as I was making it, I realized that it was taking up so much room that I couldn't travel with it. And I told you once, I think I went to Monaco and it stayed in the bag. I never took it out. It just went back and forth because where I was performing, I had to cross before getting onto the stage, across a room where a lot of drinks had been spilled and alcohol and food, and I didn't want to ruin it. So this coat for Diana Ross became a sort of a staple, a signature. And although Diana Ross in the 80s was a hugely established star, this is the one piece that really made you know immediately who was on stage. I mean, of course, you know, but it just gave that, you know, that thing that just established her. If you wanted to make a drawing, you had to draw the tulle coat, just like the hair and the beaded gowns. But a lot of artists wear beaded gowns. This established Diana Ross as a kind of an image that you cannot get out of your head. And I think that is one of the things that made Diana Ross so fond of this coat, because when she travels, she doesn't travel with one. She has two or three. I've seen her in Paris, where she would have the yellow one, which is a smaller version, and then the green and the red one, and sometimes the white. So, that's a couple of suitcases just for the coats. But it is extremely light, and just look at the way, it's like a cloud that covers you. So it's a lot of fun to work with and a lot of fun to wear. And it is also, it's not warm. So when you're on stage, you can have that on you, and not it's not like the famous coat where she says that this mother is heavy. So this is just another excuse to speak about this incredible piece. And just on a little newer note, I wanted to talk about Diana Ross's influence on fashion and fashion designers. Marc Jacobs' 2024 fashion show, the finale was something quite extraordinary, very beautiful gowns that reminded me so much of a Supreme's silhouette, the hair as well as the gown, and in a modernized version, but also very, very 60s. So I had some of these pictures put up because I thought they really looked pretty amazing. And it's just one more thing that goes to show how Diana Ross influences us and throughout the years, and influences some of the greatest artists, designers, fashion designers, people who are working in the music industry or outside of the music industry, always influenced by this extraordinary person who is the complete package, everything, the elegance, the beauty, the talent, the voice. And so that's why it's such a joy for me to present her. I also am premiering something today. This is my office / dressing room. So I've done a couple of videos here, but it's been a while since I really wanted to really make this place a bit neater, and it's very difficult to always keep your clothes visible and looking neat. It always kind of looks a bit messy. So this time I got these curtains, and I was able to put away all of my costumes, wigs, and everything that I wear for the stage in the back. And so I really enjoy working here. It gives me a sense of peace and calm, and I don't have all of these things lying around, because sometimes I have clothes that I can't really put away. They have to be either they're in between. I'm finishing to do things on them, embellishing, beading, doing hems, and sometimes for clients trying on, so the clothes are just not finished, so it doesn't really look good. So here with this system that I found, I'm very, very happy. And so it's great to be able to do some videos up here. And so I wanted to thank you, especially because I got a lot of compliments from some of you telling me that you like the background, which is my house. This is where I live in Paris. So I try to film in different areas of the apartment. It's not huge. This is Paris. So there are different parts of the apartment that I'll show you along with the video. So I'll see you next week with some more of Diana Ross magic. Bye bye.